right, after the national championship match, joined right now with Leondro, Ebell, and Tyler Soffe. And first of all, guys, how does it feel to come away with the national title? I mean, it's got to be something that you're still kind of soaking in right now.
So starting off, this is my first year on the team, and so being here right now, winning it all, it just is something I never thought of doing.
Same, because I think I've been here for 3 years, and I didn't even think about joining this esports team until this semester.
When you talk about this team, and we'll talk about you, Tyler, on this question, when you talk about the way this team was able to kind of come together with having to mix and match spots the first couple of 3 weeks of the season and kind of really finding that groove, what has the run through the postseason been like for you guys?
It's been tough because we've had to switch players in and out, subbing, and we've just been trying to figure out each other's play styles, and just playing together as a team and communicating is what really brought us together through the moments.
Let's jump into the national championship match itself. And Leondro, you started out fantastic in those. You kind of actually were carrying the team for a couple moments there in game 1 and game 2. What was clicking for you there on the sticks? Was it call-outs from your teammates? Was it something you were seeing that Marshalltown was doing? What was going on?
I guess it was mostly like comfortability that if I died or if I did something wrong, I'd have my team behind me, that they would be more than welcome to pick up any slack that I dropped. And it's like, because I wasn't entry fragging like Justin was, I was like, they're helping them, and then I just happened to get a few kills that when they mispositioned or something like that.
How much of a boost does that give the team, Tyler, when you go from having the 2 that you expect to be making kills to all of a sudden having a third and even a fourth at times with you and Chet to having that many people that are making contributions? A lot of times I know in Siege, you really have that 2 kind of main killers that end up really doing a lot of damage.
It's huge for the roamers or those entry fraggers to get those kills, for the site sitters or the bomb planters. You know, it just creates room for us to make space or to hold space.
We talk a little bit about the attackers and kind of that side of things, but Leondro, when you have a guy that can sit on the site or plant like Tyler can, how much does that impact you guys when you know you have that sitting behind you?
Yeah, so when it comes to site anchoring, it's very important that the person that is playing that role stays alive, because the moment they die, the attackers can rush into site, and it's a lot harder to retake site when they plant the bomb, because then that gives us 1 minute. And so having that person who can actually do really well in that role makes it a lot easier for those who roam or even the additional site anchor that's helping them out.
Last question. This one's kind of for both of you guys. This match lived up to the hype. I mean, going into it, there was talk from Marshalltown, like, man, they're the tier 1 team dropping down. They should roll through this. You guys kind of cruised through a lot of your opponents once you got the kind of lineups figured out. To see the national championship kind of go down to the wire like this one, does that mean a little bit more now in the fact you guys were able to come away with the win?
I feel like it's just 2 great teams going up against each other. Like, they were tier 1, they're a great team, and we came up from the bottom, having that bye week first week, so we had to figure it out as a team throughout the weeks without getting another bye, but until the end.
Yeah, and it's surprising enough, it was the first team we played against, like, first or second? Second, yeah, because preseason we ended up playing against them, and we were having a little bit of issues, and even like now with the issues that we had today, it still went out like maybe a little bit better than last time, but it was still really good.
Always fun to see the win, always fun to see it kind of come through in a clutch moment like that. You guys played fantastic. The whole team played fantastic. Thank you guys so much for the time, and congrats on being national champs.
Thank you so much.
Time to talk with the head coach for the new national champs. Esports has seen a lot of really success stories, but I think Rainbow Six, coming from what happened last year in the semifinals and being able to bounce back from that and prove they knew in their heads they should have been in the championship match, but to be there and win it, how proud are you of this team?
Words can't even describe how proud I am. They have worked all year. They have come together as a team. They've killed it every minute, and they work hard. They balance all the things, and they still somehow grind this out, gaming for an epic 5-hour session to win their well-deserved championship. So
let's walk back to game 2. 6-1, the Marshalltown winning that one. And you guys roll off 7 of 8.
Yeah.
And talking with some of the other people that were in even some of the parents that were watching this, they was going like, we can make a comeback, but I don't know if we're necessarily going to win 5 in a row to force overtime and win in overtime. What was going through your mind during that push to win those 7 of 8?
In the beginning, yeah, I was feeling like everybody else, like, man, this is gonna be a rough match. We'll get them on the next one. Then they just kept coming back, and they never cease to surprise me. This team is it's all grit, all joy. So they're fun to be around, and they really showed it today that they have what it takes to keep after it.
The balance that the team had. Everybody contributed.
Yep.
We were joking even on the podcast at one point in time that we had Chet was kind of sitting there and being that kind of that role player, and okay, he's 1E right now on the team, and then he comes out with a solo and an ace. And this team's depth is just something that's got to impress you week in, week out.
Every minute. You see the other teams, and they're all phenomenal athletes on these other teams and players. But our team is balanced. At any moment of the day, we have our superstar. Every minute of a game, somebody's going to step up. There are no weak parts of this team. Everybody is all parts of a bigger puzzle, and they're killing it.
We'll wrap it up with this, Coach. 2 more for you, and that's, first of all, you've got another chance to get another national champ tomorrow. But to be able to see a group of sophomores that have kind of been pieced together early on this season come together like this as a whole team, not just one, but the success the whole esports program's had. What can you say about the work ethic? I think we've talked a lot about the character of the kids, but the work ethic to kind of grind things out. You and I even talked a little bit about it beforehand, and at 2 o'clock today we were talking about it. What's that mean?
These kids are all work ethic. They're all heart. They all have jobs. They all balance their life, their schoolwork. They have great grades, and somehow they manage to do it. And in other ways, other sports, other athletes don't. They don't have the opportunity to just go to class and go to practice and go home every day. They full-time managers, jobs. I mean, they're incredible kids. I mean, young adults, and I couldn't be more proud of them and all they've accomplished.
And Tier 2, obviously this year. Goal to go to Tier 1 next year with this team and take this group and see if they can.
I think we can compete. So we're going to see how our off season goes and keep practicing. And watch out, world. We're coming for another one.
Always good to see, Coach. Congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Fantastic job by the team, and obviously you by that extension on keeping this team together and kind of guiding them through it. But congrats on the national title, and looking forward to more.
Yes, sir. Thank you. LCCC #1.